Planning and preparation are essential for a successful life. So tonight I'm going to share with you one of my best kept secrets. Bag. This is a simple household cleaning bag that I got from Amazon, and this is how I'm ready for anything that comes my way, anywhere I go, even if it's just up to the second story of my house. And how do I get it up to the second story on days when I have a lot of pain and I can't carry the weight? Well, the first answer is to unload some of this stuff and get the weight out of it. But the other answer is, because this is a cleaning bag, it's meant to be carried around with you. And it's meant to hold large spray bottles, which are filled with liquid and pretty heavy. So it's really sturdy overall. But in addition to the two handles, this one and the padded shoulder strap, it also has a strap back here on the back, which means you can more easily distribute the weight. You just put it up on your shoulder, pick it up, and then the strap unhooks. I don't have it extended, but you can wrap it around your waist, and it helps to distribute the weight and keep this where you need it to be. Now let's get into the contents. I'm not going to go into extreme detail on these. Check out the other videos on IllPower to see who, what, when, where, why, and how all of these things are used in my life. But I am going to do a quick rundown of what's in each pocket and each section inside, just so you can get some ideas for yourself and how you can create your own bag to help you with your life. Before we get started, I just want to add that a lot of times I have different needs, and I will take items out and put different ones in at different times. So I've laid some of those things out here to go over real quick with you. Sometimes I need this lumbar cushion, and it actually can strap because all of these straps and things come off. So you can just hook it on around this strap. You can hook it on around the back strap, and it just sort of hangs there and goes with you wherever you need it. So that's pretty handy. Also, if it's a day like today, or I'm going to be really rude about this because they're harvesting and I really have allergies and I don't want to be sniffing this whole time. But if I was somewhere else and I had I think somewhere in here is a small package of Kleenexes, but if I'm really having trouble, I want to have a whole box, I'll just take out a piece and stick the box of Kleenexes in there with me. Another thing I need quite often is this massage hook I use on my back, and I can just arrange things so that it's underneath this handle and I can carry it with me. Two things I always have with me are my big giant water bottle and my purse. Now, my water bottle has a clip. Again, it can be clipped anywhere. This bag also has these small little clips here that you can use for things. Not the water bottle probably, but it does have them. And then I always just carry this really small purse. Again, I'll get around to these kinds of things in other videos, but this is really lightweight and small and doesn't put any pressure on my body. So I can certainly carry all these things separate, but if I have my hands full and I don't want to, I just Velcro the handle, stick the purse right on top, and off I go. All right, let's have a look at what's inside the pockets. Okay, I'm actually gonna start from the furthest side and work my way around. So on this side, I have some prescription creams that I need sometimes, and Breathe Stick, which I don't need because my nose is very clear and running currently. And then I also have a couple other creams for pain, and then some spray BioFreeze for when I cannot use the cream. So basically, there's just a manicure kit. I usually have a nail file in here. Oh, here it is. And then just a couple other little small things, most of it for my nails, and some cuticle oil. In the center pocket, I generally keep snacks on hand. So if I'm out somewhere longer than I thought I would be, or if I'm upstairs and I can't get downstairs for breakfast because of pain, I have something on hand. So I usually just keep like some Cliff bars or protein bars. Not entirely sure what's in here. Some trail mix. And then I do have a protein packet and some hydration packet. So I could just fill up my water bottle from the bathroom upstairs and add some extra hydration without having to come downstairs and do that. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you get notified when I do new videos, because I probably will take some time to go over each one of these items, even down to like what brands I use and why. So that's always something that's pretty helpful. Now, some of the other things I'll be showing you are products that I use, like medical braces and things like that. And one of the great things I have is this pill box that all of these little containers snap onto. I can just pop them off and put them in the bag and take them with me, and I have a whole day of pills. So if something happens and I'm not able to make it home that day, I have one day of medication with me at all times. So that's in the front pocket. Oh, there's that little package of Kleenexes. Children's scissors, probably because they're small and they fit in there well. And then I have like hand sanitizer, and doTERRA is a brand of essential oils I use and really, really love. They are scattered all about. We may find them in multiple places in this bag, but I have peppermint beadlets for nausea, On Guard, which is actually the same as the spray I had in this pocket, and this is like a like for germs and things like that, only it's safe. And then lotion, because I have multiple skin conditions and my skin is always very dry, and a couple more oils. So these are just the things in the front pockets that I use on a daily basis. And because this bag is flat on the back and doesn't really have things I need in those back pockets, when I take this bag upstairs with me, I'm able to put that side up against the bed so that if I'm unable to move the bag or get out of bed or anything like that, I can just bend over and be able to get to all these pockets. So that's why I keep the most used items out here. And actually, these items over here I don't really use very often. And these are just like hair emergency items, which every guy or gal needs, right? Hair oil, dry shampoo. What else do we have? Bobby pins. Those are all over my house, but I can never find them when I need them. I barely even remember those were in there. And then I have clipped onto the side these handy dandy foldable shopping bags, which are actually connected to each other at the moment. So I just love the versatility of this bag because there's so many little things that you can move and add and things like that. I also added this tether clip on the side. I haven't used it for anything yet, but I just clipped it on there. You never know. So these bags are great when I'm out and about. Maybe I'm running errands and I've, gotten too much and I can't carry it, and it's hard for me to make multiple trips and have extra steps sometimes. So shopping bags, all folded up, nice and neat. I think you get like 5 or 6 of them. They're very handy. And then I just have a cordless flat iron. In the back, because this pocket is flat, there's not a lot in here. I have extra tins, pads, and then some pain patches. But one of the most important things I have in here is something I will definitely dedicate a separate video to, and that is my current medical information. At least I try to keep it current. This is just a printout of a spreadsheet I keep that has my medical conditions, medications, specialist names, and contact information. So not only is this helpful for if there's an emergency and someone else needs this, every once in a while I have to look at it myself. I keep most of that information in my phone, but sometimes you just never know. I have had to pull it out before, and it is handy to have to give to the nurses to go through the med list. It's a little bit easier when you have 27 medications. All right, so next we're gonna go through the inside of the bag, which has a lot of important stuff in it. And I wanna mention again that this is a cleaning bag. So what I loved about it, probably the most, was that the inside has these little dividers that Velcro into place. There's some versatility on how you move them around, but essentially there's like 6 compartments in here. I've taken one out so that there's 5. But I like how it gives you that versatility. It also has a mesh bottom. You can, it just makes it easier to clean out. And then there's a piece of material that you can put over that for a little more stability. But I really just like how this cleans up and the way that it is all divided out. So I will put the link for this down at the bottom. Okay, so the entire bag, of course, can be catered to whatever your needs are. But the middle part is where you can keep some of the larger stuff. I like that it has the Velcro handle because, again, I keep my little purse tucked up under here, and I don't always know what we're gonna find. This makes it really heavy. So a lot of times I take this out unless I'm like leaving town for the day or something. But this is a quite pricey Hyper Ice massage gun, necessary for my muscles, medical tape. We have these we will go over when I do some of the physical therapy type videos. This is a yoga wheel, a very small version of a yoga wheel. There's different sizes. This is where I probably have all the essential oils that I already showed you in this handy dandy little thing here. But this covers like every necessity that I would need for so many different ailments. So that's one section. Inside the bag, there's also sections. So it helps keep it organized, which I love. You're not just digging around in a bottomless pit trying to find what you need. So it works out really, really well. Next pocket. I think you can look these up as like get sick bags, but yeah, they're puke bags. We've got some kinesiology tape, which you can use for all sorts of things. And I use it a lot. Extra batteries, which I would never find in the bottom of that bag, but they are there. This is my V-Pod, and I can put the link for this in the bottom as well. This is a wireless TENS unit. It has so many different functions on it. You can place it anywhere on your body. Really, really nice. All of the things I need that go with it are in this. All right, moving on to the next section. We have some medications, Excedrin, any kind of medicines that you would need, you can put in here. These are like, I keep all of these like pain and nausea and like as needed medications, the extras in this bag. But I also keep a small pill box of them upstairs by the bed in case I can't get up and down the stairs and I don't have the bag with me for some reason, and also in my purse. So I just always have them with me. There's a pill cutter, and then Kleenexes, allergy, whatever medications you need. And then I also try to keep, this is Pulsox, and then normally I actually used it the other day. Normally I keep this little blood pressure cuff that has like a little box like this too in there. So I kind of feel like you want to have everything you need for emergencies in this bag. All right, I'm gonna have a seat because I'm getting pretty tired. Another thing I sometimes carry in this bag, but always carry with me, is my little cushion with the little hole for my tailbone. I always have that handy. Okay, so we just have a few more pockets left. Band-Aids, obviously, Band-Aids. I love Welly because they come in these great little containers and they actually wear super well. They don't come off or anything. I've got several different gauze and medical like tape and stuff in here. I keep this band. I'm not sure what it was listed as, but I use this for so many things. You can use it for support. It's just a Velcro band. And again, this is the kind of stuff we go over on this channel because all kinds of weird stuff is helpful in everyday life when you live with chronic pain or illness. And then I also keep, because of my condition, my connective tissue doesn't really hold my bones in place sometimes, so my neck goes out a lot. This kind of looks like the neck pillows for the airplane, but it actually pumps up and it's a traction unit for your neck. I use it a lot, especially upstairs in the mornings, which like I said, I always keep the bag right by me. That way I have all this stuff and I'm not going all over the house looking for it. I have a lot of problems with my wrists. I actually have a separate drawer of braces, but this one I kind of use a lot, so I keep it in the bag. And then the only things we have left are the other couple things I use the most. We also have some charging cables for the stuff in the bag. You might want to keep an extra phone cord, power unit for your phone, things like that. There's so much stuff you could keep in here, you guys, but you do want to make sure that it's a reasonable size and weight for you to be able to carry around. Like I said, right now I can't carry this at all, so that doesn't work out well. But sometimes I just have to take some of the stuff out before I go. I don't use all this stuff every time I go somewhere, every time I move to a different floor of the house. So it's not completely necessary to have it quite so full. But the two things I use the most are these two braces for my back and my rib cage. This one, this is actually a maternity support belt, I believe. Again, you never know what you're gonna come across on this channel as something that will help you out. So make sure you're subscribed and getting notified when I make new videos, because you just never know what you're gonna get. And then this is, of course, just a standard back brace. Sometimes I have to wear it front ways on my chest because sometimes my chest ribs sprain. Sometimes I also wear it up under my rib cage to support my rib cage because my ribs will sort of bend and twist, and sometimes my diaphragm also spasms, and putting this up under there kind of helps it release. Okay, I think that about covers it. So make sure you check out the links below for some of the stuff that I've shown you in this bag and for the link to this particular bag itself. Like I said, it's a cleaning bag, so the pockets are really large and it has that extra strap on the back to help you be able to carry the load, which is something an ill-powered person should probably have at all times. So one more quick thing that I forgot to tell you is I am coming to you from my little PT area in my house, which you can find the link to that video. And I'm also going to be doing next a video on my little med dresser back here, and you're going to want to check that out as well. Thanks for joining me.